What's up, y'all? Today was a heavy overhead press day, and I did not know how hard overhead presses were. So I've been able to get overhead presses for 185 beltless strict press, and it's been feeling pretty good. So like I got a little bit cocky and a little bit more confident, and I was like, I should be able to hit 205 for a couple. So today's goal was to just hit 5 singles of 205, which I accomplished, and that's a volume PR at 205, and it felt good. But I am a little bit disappointed just because I felt like secretly I was like, you know, I feel like I should have been able to get 205 for 5 sets of doubles. But I was also training with Mike James, who's a strongman, and he was telling me, no, I'm doing a good job, especially since I'm doing it beltless. It's actually pretty hard to overhead press, strict press your weight. And my weight is around 200 right now. So he said I'm actually doing a really good job. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm still on my way, trying to build up my shoulders, build up my shoulder strength, because that used to be one of my strongest points. And I felt like that's what caused me to have a pretty strong bench back in the bodybuilding days. But now what's making me have a strong bench during my powerlifting days is my speed and my form. So now I'm thinking if I couple the two, if I take all the strong muscles I had before, plus the speed and technique that I have now, if I put that together, that should equate to 405. So every time I'm approaching these bodybuilding days, I'm really focusing on how are these muscles gonna help me achieve a 405 bench press. And then moved on to single dumbbell presses, and I went a little bit heavier than last time. So this time I was using 40 pounds and still felt really good. I'm just getting an insane pump. You guys really gotta try this shit. This shit is giving me like the biggest shoulder pump I have ever felt, and I wish I would have tried this way earlier in my lifting career. I've been lifting for over 15 years, and this is the first time I actually experimented and really try new things. And I highly recommend that you always experiment and try new things to see what your body responds to. Just because like Ronnie Coleman does really good with this, or just because Matt Ogus does good with this, just because something works really well for me doesn't mean it works well for you. What people can tell you is what works for them, but you also got to try things yourself. So I don't even know how I randomly got the idea, but I was just like, you know what, do I have any shoulder imbalances? Because I'm always doing overhead press with 2 hands. Maybe I should fix these imbalances and test to see if I have any, and I actually don't. But then just by doing 1 arm at a time, I was able to get the sickest pump ever, trying to make my natty shoulders look unnatty. You feel me? And then moved on to lat exercises, building my big lats on the making them wider, and then making them thicker, because the thicker and stronger your lats are, the better of a platform you have when you bench. So what I've noticed is just because of me gaining weight and building my lats a little bit thicker, now when someone gives me a lift off, when before, if they give me a bad lift off and I kind of like am out of my groove, I'll be shaking and wobbling and wasting energy for a while. But now because my lats are thicker, I've been working on my traps, my entire platform and foundation is just way stronger. So if someone gives me a bad lift off, I can slowly just settle back in place and get the groove that I need, especially with my lats controlling where your elbows are. That's one other thing, is a lot of people don't realize how much you incorporate your lats. So your lats is responsible for this movement, right? It's responsible for your elbow placement. So elbow placement is key in terms of leverages for bench. So by having strong lats, when you're having like 97% of your max, or even 102% of your max in your hands, and you're going for that heavy single, it's all about your lats and putting your elbows where it needs to be, where you're the strongest, and then boom, you can blast it. So having big, strong lats is super important for having a strong bench. So that's what I was focusing on this workout. Let me know if this helped you guys out a little bit. Let me know if you're like, oh shit, I didn't know that lats can help me bench. It can. It's not bro, because I heard the same shit before when I used to bro lift. But now after talking to all these high-level powerlifters, and you see the big benchers, especially guys that bench a little bit closer, they highly rely on their lats and their triceps and their shoulders. That's it for this workout. Peace.
I saw her dance with the devil, and he was wearing my shoes, black and white Jordan 11, and she was looking for abuse.
That's all, folks. And then I hit 405. I decided to take a big jump because it just felt really good. And I hit 405 for a set of 3, pause all 3, and that felt really good. I'm like, oh shit. I was gonna do a back off set, but I was like, you know what? It felt really good. I'm gonna keep